Welcome to our yoga snack series. My name is Mara Watts, and I am the founder and owner of Mara Watts Yoga. And for today, we're going to be moving in a reclined flow. So you'll want a strap of some sort. If you do not have a yoga strap handy, you can use a belt. I actually did that years ago when I first started teaching yoga. We actually used Adam's belts for straps, and it worked. It worked just fine. So if you have one on hand, be sure to grab one before you jump into today's yoga snack. So we're going to begin reclined on the mat. So coming all the way down, setting the strap aside, we're going to begin moving. So hugging the knees in, rock from side to side, give your low back a little bit of a massage. And then we're going to roll the knees around one way. And then roll them the other way. Okay. One more big circle. And then hug it back in. Lifting on an inhale, lifting the head, reaching the forehead towards the knees. And then exhale, laying everything back down, relaxing. From here, we're going to hug the right knee in, extend the left leg long on the mat, flex both feet, so as if to touch the toes to your knees. Breathe. And then from here, we're going to roll the right knee around one way, lubricating the hip joint, and then reverse the roll the other way. And then hugging the knee back in. We're going to take the hands to behind the thigh. We're going to move with our breath. So keeping the left leg engaged, the left foot flexed. We're going to inhale the leg long, exhale the right knee bends. Inhale it up, and it doesn't have to be straight. The knee can be bent. My hamstrings are super tight personally. So when I try to straighten, it's like, oh. So keeping the bend in the knee is actually more beneficial to me instead of trying to force something. Exhale, bend. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, hug it in. And then we'll switch. So extend the right leg, hug the left knee in. Pause here to flex both feet. Really reach those toes towards the knees. Once you have that and can maintain that, we begin rolling the left knee around. Again, lubricating the hip joint. One way. And then reverse the roll the other way. A few times. And hugging the knee back in. We're going to take the hands behind the knee, and then we'll begin moving with your breath. So maintaining the flex of the right foot. We'll inhale to reach the left leg long. Exhale to bend. And again, especially if you're doing this in the morning time, be really gentle with your leg. The leg may not straighten, and that's okay. Don't force anything that doesn't need to be forced. If your hamstrings are super open and this is like, no problem, just stay with the movement, stay with the breath. If this is really a lot of work for your hamstrings, maybe you begin with a really bent knee when you lift, and then exhale, hug it in. And then as you lift, maybe you straighten a little bit more as your hamstring warms. Exhale, hug it in. Taking the left leg long. Pause for a moment.
From here, if you'll grab your strap, we're going to place the left foot on the mat, bringing the right foot up as well. But we're going to take our strap, our yoga strap, or your belt, and looping the strap around the right foot. So beginning with the left foot on the mat, we'll inhale to lift the leg, the right leg, flex the foot so that the heel reaches towards the ceiling, the toes point and reach towards your knee, and maintaining this so that you get a good stretch along the leg, especially in the hamstrings. So you can stay here if this is enough, or if you want to extend the left leg long on the mat, that is going to force the hamstring to work even harder. So if you're like me and your hamstrings are super cranky in the morning, or they're super cranky a lot of the time, bring the left foot back to the mat with the knee bent. You can even pulse here a little bit. Exhale to bend the knee, inhale to straighten. Let's take a few more breaths here as we let this open up. On your exhale, releasing. Take the legs long. This is my favorite part after the leg has been lifted with a strap. It's nice to let the legs lay on the mat. It almost feels like a rush of cool water flowing through that leg. And that's how I know that everything is flowing freely and my leg is being nourished. So we're going to bring the right foot back to the mat and the left foot. Do the same thing on the other side. So taking your strap or your belt around the foot. And we're going to inhale this up. The knee can remain bent. It does not have to straighten. If that's too much for your leg and you're like, your low back is lifting and you're wanting to do this thing, bend your knee. There's no need for the knee to be straight if it's not wanting to be straight. So what we want to do is we want to flex the foot so that the toes reach towards the knee, the heel reaches towards the ceiling. And the more you maintain this, I'm hoping that you will be receiving a really nice stretch through the hamstrings and through the whole back of the leg. And as you are here, you can either stay in stillness and breathe, or bring these little pulses of the knee into, woo, this leg's shaky. And shaky is okay. That's just your muscles communicating something to you. And then pausing in the stretch. Allow the strap to do a lot of the work so that your low body, your low back can relax and the leg can even relax so that the stretch isn't necessarily forced at all. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, release this. Place your strap to the side and allow both legs to be long on the mat. And feel that flow of coolness. I love that feeling as the blood makes its way back down the leg. Oh, it feels so good. And from here, we're going to bring the knees back in towards the chest, rock from side to side. We're going to take a big breath in as you make your way back to stillness. And then as you exhale, we're going to drop the knees over to the left, allow the right arm to come out to the side with the palm facing up into a twist. So we're gazing over the right shoulder, relaxing into this twist. Big, even inhales and exhales. And then using your next inhale to bring the knees back in towards center. We give the knees a big hug. And then as you exhale, dropping over to the right, the left arm out at a T with the palm face up, taking your gaze over the left shoulder, paying attention to the left shoulder. We want this shoulder to be glued to the mat. So if you've gone too far, the shoulder will pop up. So in that case, start to walk your knees away from your right arm, and that will give you a little bit more space to twist. So the closer the knees are, the more intensity of the twist. So just kind of play with your legs here until your shoulder will meet the mat, and stay and breathe. On your next inhale, we're going to bring the knees back in, give them a hug, take a big breath in, lift the forehead towards the knees, exhale the head back down. We're going to place the feet down on the mat close to the glutes, arms by your side, palms face down. On an inhale, we're going to begin to lift the hips up, coming into bridge. And then as you exhale, lower ever so softly. A few more just like that. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more. We inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. All the way down. Pause when you meet the mat. And then hugging the knees back in once more. Rock from side to side. Take a big breath in to lift the head back up towards the knees. Exhale to lower it back down. Outstretch the legs. Take a brief Shavasana here, corpse pose, with palms facing up, legs relaxed, eyes closed. And you can stay here as long as you'd like. If you've got all afternoon, Shavasana can be one of the best places to stay and rest. Or when you're ready, we'll bring the knees up, turning onto one side, cradling your head with your arm, pausing for a brief moment, taking a few deep breaths. And then using the support of your hands to come back up into a comfortable seated position. That was nice. I hope you enjoyed that flow, a little yoga snack for your day. I hope you have a wonderful day.